Welcome to the deep dive.
Okay, let's jump right in. We're tackling the massive hype around AI trading platforms today, specifically one called Finxor GPT. You've probably seen ads like this, claims of 85% success, trading around the clock automatically. And they say you can get started earning daily profits with just $250.
Yeah, those promises sound almost too good to be true, which is exactly why we dove into the sources you sent us. Our mission was basically to see what's really going on behind those flashy numbers. And frankly, what we found, well, it raised some serious alarms almost immediately.
That's putting it mildly. The sources really paint a picture of something highly suspicious. It looks like it's following a classic fraud playbook, the kind regulators warn about. We need to break down these red flags. Let's start with what we're calling the identity hydra. Sounds ominous.
It is really what's just, well, astonishing is how many official websites there are. A legitimate financial company usually has one main site, maybe two, but our sources turned up 8 different domain names, all claiming to be Finxor GPT. 8? Hold on. 8 separate websites like finer-gpt.com, finergpt.net, those ones.
Exactly, those and others. It's a classic sign they're trying to, cast a wide net and maybe stay one step ahead if one site gets shut down.
Right. Maximizing reach while dodging accountability.
And that anonymity goes right to the core. You look at their About Us page, it talks about crypto experts, visionaries, people who supposedly made fortunes, but there are absolutely no names, no photos, no LinkedIn profiles you can check, nothing.
So for a platform asking for your investment money, that lack of transparency isn't an accident, is it? It feels deliberate.
It certainly seems that way. If they won't even tell you who they are, how do they try and build any kind of trust?
Good question. What did the sources say about that?
Well, they try to manufacture credibility. They claim they partner with regulated brokers, which sounds reassuring. And they even boast about winning an award, get this best crypto trading software from the U.S. Trading Association.
Okay, U.S. Trading Association. Sounds official. But
Ugh.
I'm guessing when you looked into that.
You guessed right. We checked regulatory databases, industry publications, nothing. That organization, that award, completely fabricated. It just doesn't exist.
Wow. So fake award, anonymous team. What about the sites themselves? Any trust signals there?
The opposite, actually. Domain checks, like using Scam Advisor, show really low trust scores. And unlike, say, Coinbase or eToro, which are pretty transparent, Finxer GPT's domain registration details are all hidden behind privacy services. Why hide if you're legitimate?
Exactly. Hiding domains, hiding faces. It really begs the question, who, if anyone, is actually overseeing this? Is it regulated at all?
And that's probably the biggest red flag of all. The sources confirmed checks were made with major regulators. We're talking the SEC in the US, the FCA in the UK, ASMA in Australia. Zero record. Finxer GPT isn't registered with any of them. That means absolute new regulatory oversight, no protection for investors.
So if you put it all together, what are we actually looking at here for the listener?
It fits the pattern of a textbook crypto bot scam, just dressed up with the latest AI buzzwords. And that $250 minimum deposit you mentioned, that's key.
Why that amount specifically?
It's kind of the strategic sweet spot, you know? It feels like a manageable amount to risk, not like betting the farm. But when you multiply that $250 by potentially thousands of victims all over the world, well, the scammers rake in huge amounts. It follows that FTC playbook precisely.
And the playbook then describes how it ends for the user, right? They see fake profits.
Exactly. The dashboard shows amazing gains, gets people excited, but then when they try to withdraw the money, suddenly there are delays, verification issues, they might call it. Eventually, accounts just get frozen. The money goes in smoothly, but it basically never comes out.
So the lesson seems pretty clear then.
Yeah, I think so. Legitimate platforms, they just don't operate like this. They don't need 8 websites or secret teams or made-up awards. Knowing these signs, these red flags, that's your defense against this kind of information overload and these slick promises.
Absolutely. If understanding this helps even one person avoid losing money to something like this, then we've done our job.
Yeah.
But let's take it a step further. A thought for you, the learner, to consider. When you see an investment opportunity that leans heavily on, say, complex or opaque tech like AI, and it hides basic fundamental information like who's running it, are they regulated, what core principle of financial trust is being intentionally broken there?
That's a great point. Because recognizing that structure, the combination of hype and hidden information that's powerful, it helps you evaluate any digital product, making big claims about easy returns, not just this specific one. It's about seeing the pattern of deception.
Well said. Until next time, stay skeptical out there, stay vigilant, and always demand transparency.